Hi guys, and welcome to this live stream and video. We have a few topics to discuss. So firstly guys, we have this on our hands, something that a lot of people actually covered, like Endymion, for example. And I'm super glad that I actually went to Twitter or X and checked what this was really about, because this is also an article from that dark place, and we had a lot of articles from there, and we all know that sometimes they're kind of hit and miss. For the most part they do write objective articles, but for the most part can mean like 80%, you know, so sometimes they're hit and sometimes they're not exactly a hit and a bit of a miss. So what am I talking about? So basically, in that dark place, there's an article titled "Woke Activist Wants Games Workshop to Turn Orcs into Dungeons and Dragons Orcs. Who do we contact the GW to move them in this direction?" So that is coming from basically one particular Twitter user called Kaya of the Black Grail. And she is now actually called not Kaya of the Black Grail, but she is now called herself the Empress of Mankind, which is a heresy, because I'm the Empress. I'm the 40k Empress. That's how I call myself for, I don't know, at least 2 years now. So I don't know anyone in the Warhammer community who actually took the name. It was given to me basically from my audience, which I'm very grateful for, and I have explained a lot how that happened and why am I called the Empress. So there's a lot of meaning behind it. It's not trying to replace the Emperor or anything like that. But Kaya here doesn't seem to be the same type of a person that will do things just because she's inspired by something. She seems to be quite the opposite. Now, Twitter, you know what Twitter is. I have avoided using it for years, and basically I just use it to share. So I use it to share my content, never really talked a lot in it, because for the most part before there wasn't really a need. Twitter at the beginning just was a place where everybody just said, hey, I'm having a sandwich for dinner. That's how everything started, and it turned into a cultural war, which the more time progressed, the more there was a need for me to actually do something, especially when the female custodies thing came out. And the female custodies thing is one of the things that I actually found to be mentioned on her Twitter. So I wanted to make sure, at least by what I could find about her, that she's really on the woke side of things, and that is how it seems so from Twitter. And Twitter is a place, again, where people say a lot of stuff, and sometimes they're just trolling, like we're going to see here. Sometimes they sound so incoherent that you will think that they're on one side of an argument, but they're actually on the other side of the argument. I mean, there was a case with one guy that actually retweeted posts from Chainsword, and on the face value he sounds like he's against woke, but actually he is woke. So, you know, it's just could be a lot of confusion around Twitter. So we are going to take a look at this. So basically everyone, Endymion and a lot of other people, jumped on this article and jumped on the news that Kaya of the Black Grail originally said, I think the 40k orcs could learn from the orcs in D&D. Who do we contact the GW to move them in this direction? So everyone thought that this is the legit tweet. Now, after that, she posted a GIF, which shows that now we're just waiting for things to implode. Yeah, guys, so basically, she posted this, and then all of a sudden, and I'm happy that I did this, I went to her page and I saw that she actually is now saying, couldn't have made it more obvious, it was a nonsense post, yet it spawned insane reactions from gatekeeping, grifters, and even articles, knowing full well what it was. Never tell me these losers care about hobby again, they just want your money. Excuse me, everyone, but if you are decent human beings, and I am talking to all the decent human beings out there, I mean people that have good upbringing, that have some kind of a moral compass and some kind of a ways of well, not be bullies, not troll people on purpose, because it's one thing to make a joke on the internet or anywhere, like a decent joke I'm doing. I mean, I'm sarcastic. I can have some funny comments here and there. Like, for example, on my community post, I'm posting, AI art of me as a sister of battle, trying to fool everyone that I'm not the empress of mankind, trying to get into the ranks of the sisters of battle. And that's a joke, like from the very beginning, and I make it really obvious that it is. And I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to make controversy. I'm not trying to bully anyone. I'm not trying to fool anyone. It is clear that this is AI art, and it's clear that I'm making a joke. And I'm just testing what the AI can do. That's kind of the point of this whole thing. It's good to see how those things can happen, what the AI is capable of. So that is the point of these posts. Nothing more behind it. But to do something like this, and to say that this is absolutely obvious. How is this obvious? Who knows you personally, Kaya? To know you so freaking personally and well, to to be able to tell that this is a troll post. Yeah, of course, your followers, maybe I read some comments, they did say, oh yeah, of course, this is, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're pretending to know that this was a joke, because she is not a stranger to actually promote or push woke ideology from other things that I have seen, especially her stance on female studies. So basically, who are those people that are going to be extremely like clairvoyant and know that this is a troll post? Like, some people may think so by default, but that doesn't mean that they know you. They just are people that don't take anything seriously altogether, or don't know the severity of some of the issues that we're discussing on the internet in general, because they don't take anything seriously. They think that people are just joking around, or they just are taking things too seriously, and they're making fun of everyone for actually having principles and having to keep those principles intact, so we can have, for example, Warhammer 40k as it was and as it used to be, and not how people are trying to make it out to be right now. I'm a girl, if you haven't noticed. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I have dealt with women that bully people and men that bully people throughout kindergarten and school, and I have been bullied myself from women and men alike. And I do know how people are doing these things. I do know how people are trying to manipulate other people into, play something to be nothing, where they are for sure trying to actually do stir a controversy here extremely obviously. And she even put that gif. I want to pay attention to the comment section for a bit. Thank you so much, Dear Clayton. Thank you so much. One of my Primarchs, for this absolutely amazing super chat. Thank you so. So let me see what your guys are saying. Then we're going to continue. And Mr. MR is here. Because most people on Twitter are more like pigs and hogs instead of birds. Well, that's an interesting way to say it. Logan says, people like that Kaya don't care about the hobby. She just wants to ruin hobby for everyone else, because deep inside she cannot be happy with herself. Well, she, how to Daniel as well, and dear Ivy, of course, she is actually a person who is painting a lot, and she seems to be doing a pretty good job at painting. So I will give her that. She has time to paint. Every second picture is about her cat, which is great. I mean, I love pets. I love cats. I have dogs, but I also love kittens. So all of that is well and good. It's lovely. Okay? Go on and do that. I'm going to try to show you her page in a bit. Then every second thing is husband said this, husband said that. A lot of people do that. I'm not this type of person that that I'm going to bring my personal life. That's another thing that we're going to discuss. That are going to bring my personal life into whatever I'm talking about. That just not who I am. So here it is, her page. Now we're going to check this directly, guys. Hello, Martin. Hello to you. And then, hi to you. Does she know that 40k orcs are asexual fungus-based life forms? Yeah, we're going to talk about that But first, guys, I mean, the most important thing is to address that this was a troll made by her on freaking purpose. That's the one thing that we should remember. So, as you can see here, what she wrote, I already read that. So, if you see this, would you be like, oh my gosh, yes, this person is totally trolling us. She cannot be serious. No. And you know why? Because in today's climate, guys, we are listening to nonsense all the time. We're listening to the wokeness all the time. So of course that everyone, even Endymion, who's supposed to have a ton of experience in this because he is covering all wokeness, all the wokeness on the internet, he should know better than to jump to this. But he's doing that for at least the third time that I have noticed. And that is why when I also did that video about the Bretonnianites book, and I jumped on the little snippet of the book out of context, I went and saw what the passage was actually about, and I corrected myself. But no one else did that. Everyone else are still staying on the same story, that this was a pedo story. And this was totally not a pedo story. It was, a gay story, but it wasn't a pedo story. So it's not amazing. It's still woke and all of that, but at least it's not a pedo story. So we gotta get the facts as straight as possible. Objectivity is everything. Truth is everything. So we gotta do that. So when it comes to Twitter and trying to jump on things, really, we should all check and double check. So for now, what is happening here is that, okay, she is trolling us. You can see other stuff here. Okay, I'm going to look at my own page. She seems to be a very, like, looking people from the up, so to speak, person. She even changed her name to the Empress of Mankind all of a sudden without any... Well, she just decided to do that. Although I also exist before that, but she probably doesn't know. Who knows, really? So when I click here, that is her profile page. What else do we know about her? Is that she is also a Trench Crusade mod. So there is that, and a lot of people went there. We all know how that turned out. There's some controversy about how she's moderating as well. So her cat, that is great. She did a great painting on the lion, it seems. That's amazing. There's something about the custodies that I wanted to actually point out. If I can find it in a second here. It's the cat. It's the cat. Oh boy. Aha! Here's the gift that I was talking about with the, clap, basically. Hey, Ryu, hi to you too. Oh, that's amazing! Gifted 5 memberships. Dear Clayton, thank you so much. Take out, check out her take on our Archcast. I think I'm going to get to that naturally if I just scroll down. It is there. But I have not yet watched that video of Archcast. But yeah, she did not like him. So there's that. I mean, Arch, you can have a lot of opinions, of course, about him, but he is anti-woke, so at least there's that. Okay, I did want to... Okay, here is what she actually did on the original post. So this was just a few days ago. I didn't know that she existed before yesterday, so here we are. So she did this, then she posted this. And now we wait. So purposely, she posted this and she was like, okay, now we're thrown, now we wait. So now it's obvious, if you look at that maybe, just maybe, she's trying to stir shit up. I didn't want to say that, but it's very hard to say it otherwise. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait for a second. Gotta stop my sound before 500 people decide to, post something and I get notifications. Anyway. So yeah, only this was posted everywhere, only this part. No one posted, well, actually in the Dark Place they did posted that, but I guess they didn't think that it's a trolling. Still, she can actually mean what she said and not be trolling, because when and most people that have dealt with her in some kind of a way or researched her in some kind of a way, do know that she is woke. So why won't you think, if you're anti-woke, that she is actually serious? You would think that she is serious. Even if she posted this, you will know that she is serious. Because she still would want to tease people, you know? That's logical. So let's not pretend, I mean, Kaya, let's not pretend that you are smarter than everyone and you did this and you're like, oh, so nobody knew that I was kidding. I mean, by today's standard, we all are sure that some people would want to offer to GW for the orcs to become like Hispanic, Mexican, black. It's ridiculous, but it is ridiculous, and it has been ridiculous for a few years now, and just getting more ridiculous. So it's not by any stretch of the imagination that someone with their full sound mind, doubtfully, can actually say that seriously. It has been done before, and a lot of people has suggested, you can say, a lot worse than orcs becoming like the DnD ORKS, which is a travesty on its own, what they have done to the DnD ORKS. They're not human, they're not supposed to be human, they're not supposed to look like anyone else from our real world. It is escapism. You're not supposed to copy the real world, you're supposed to escape from the real world. So yeah, here's her take on the Archfeed video. I made the mistake of watching this with my husband, who she is mentioning many times, like I've said. So to me, this is like some kind of a flex that you have a husband, which shouldn't be the case. Hey, hi, Chris, Walt, to you too. Yeah, it shouldn't be some kind of a flex, but I guess it is somehow. So watching with my husband, tried to anyway. He couldn't stop laughing. Okay. So the disrespect is for real. Now everything is met with, nay friend, I shall not tolerate the crust of wokeness on my I don't know what that is. Some kind of an abbreviation. At least the craziest make for great entertainment. So yeah, I have to watch that video of Arch. Well, this is about. It's probably something that I did miss. So I gotta watch that. A small nitpick, she continued. Something is on my eyelid. How are you going to call people tourists and have your thumbnail equipped with the wrong cross use? Well, this is actually a Joy Toy figure, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's literally a Joy Toy figure that looks like that. But a lot of people use wrong images in their thumbnails. It's just about the thumbnail, really. It's not about being correct all the time. That's not, I mean, you can flex about that all you want, but it's not because he doesn't know. It's more because he's just trying to do a good thumbnail. You know, he does not claim to be perfect in Warhammer and whatever. So flexing about exactly how much you know doesn't make you right on principle about everything. And that is her stance on female custodies, obviously. Wait guys, just to see the peanut butter and jam sandwich. That is it. Okay. Make the Drukari like the Care Bear GW. Get on it now. Yes. The Care Bears. Perfect. My Little Pony. Perfect. Okay. Maybe her husband is an orc, says Logan. Jesus, Logan, you're brutal. You're brutal, pal. Okay. So those darn female stories ruining this hobby and getting everyone paid. Okay, I get the sarcasm here, guys. Okay, sure, some people are going to be like, we're off the hobby because of this. Some people are still going to buy stuff because actually not everyone know that this with the custodies happens, because normal fans that are fans usually of a particular faction, like Dark Angels, Blood Angels, only only the Ultramarines, only the Iron Fist or something like that, Salamanders, and they're usually going to make armies or just focus all of their attention because they don't have money for everything on one particular army and just try to expand that and just invest in that army. So they could only be focused on that and not actually consume everything else that we consume. Because with me is the opposite. I cannot actually invest in a tabletop myself, so I'm covering, consuming all the information, the lore, everything that I can muster about Warhammer. So I'm as informed as I can possibly be and as knowledgeable as I can possibly be. So I'm doing my best the way that I can afford to do my best. I'm not the sunshine to shine everywhere exactly, but at least I have my custodies and I have more custodies to paint. So that's another question. So this guy that I was mentioning actually, Saberus XT. He's the guy that's trying to oppose Chainsword on Twitter. By the looks of it. So he is sharing this Games Workshop shares 18 million of profits with staff as Warhammer Maker as business booms. Okay. So yeah, basically they're profiting. Okay. They're profiting. That doesn't mean that people are happy with female custodies, because once again, not everyone are going to be like, yeah, no, we quit. We know that some people are going to not pay, but this is only now. I mean, this I'm taking, guys, that this information is not from when the female custodies thing happened. This is kind of like before that, because the female custodies thing happened like 2 months ago now. So those reports could be before that. So we don't actually know what is going to happen months from now, when everything is a bit more settled, when more people actually find out about this, because I'm pretty sure that maybe normies are going to find out about this, and maybe they will decide to support or not support GW. So there's that. But the point of this is just to find out at least a bit, how is she reacting to things and all of that. And it does seem that she is indeed woke. So if she is, why else she would do that? I mean, really, guys, like I've said, I grew up with people that try to tease others, to bully others, and their personality, what they're capable of, is usually something that is not morally just. I mean, they don't really care about other people, about how they feel, how their actions are causing them to feel. They want to hurt them on purpose. That is what people usually that are capable of something like this will do. So if you're a decent person, you will not literally try to tease everyone, because even for the Superman suit, there was a huge fight on Twitter, and people are like, I'm gonna read your comment just to say, guys. People are like, oh, you are crying now, and we are going to celebrate the suit, and you cry in the meantime. Like, what is this? This stupid? Are we in kindergarten? Are we really? Are you a kid? Are you 12? I mean, who are you trying to tease or bully with this? With these words that we are going to cry, but you're going to cheer and all of that. We all gotta lose if Superman freaking sucks. I mean, if you're a Superman fan and you see that back of a SpongeBob suit and you think that's a respect to Superman, you're wrong. Okay? And trying to justify it with, they're gonna fix it in post, where everyone else on set have tight suits that actually fit their bodies, but the only one that does not have a tight suit that fit his body is freaking Superman himself. Excuse me, but James Gunn does have a very good track record of making crappy suits, so it's not like this is the first for him, and it's not like he does not proven before that he doesn't understand Superman. So stuff. Anyway, isn't calling Mexican orcs racist? Yeah, Daniel, that's a lot more racist. It's not paying homage to Mexican people. It's pretty much being racist, like directly racist. So yeah, Nikita says financial year ended before scandal in March, I believe. Yeah, Nikita, thank you for that. So So yeah, you're confirming what I'm saying. So this is disingenuous. That's what I want to say. This way of talking, this way of communicating with people is just disingenuous. So even if she's not woke, that's not exactly genuine behavior of an honest person. You know, I'm not putting anything out if I don't freaking mean it. It's either going to be an obvious sarcastic joke like that with Sisters of Battle AI AI cosplay that I'm doing. It's an obvious a joke, you know. It's like following the story that never happens. It's like a fanfic AI thing almost, but it's obvious. It's out there. It's clear as day. And it doesn't mean to hurt anyone or tease anyone or whatever. And it's another to actually try to tease a whole group of people on purpose and say something outrageous, which everyone else, everyone else that are woke would say. So it sounds pretty much legit and everything. And then say, "Hi, you're all stupid. I was trolling." Like, this is genuine behavior of someone that actually respects themselves, really, and respects others? I don't think so. That's not how usually a morally intelligent person would act in any case. Okay, getting back to your comments. Ryo says, yeah, I got my Tau Warrior just in time before all this started. I was planning to buy more Daughters of Cain, Seraphon and such, and then this happened. Yeah, you can, sorry guys. It's late. I started this, it's 3 minutes before midnight, actually. You can me call Mr. Dumbtube if you like it more. No. No, it's very, to not twist my tongue, I'm trying to like abbreviate sometimes your usernames. Sorry about that, guys, but Mr. Tube or Mr. Mewtube, something like that, if you accept, of course. Overboard says, fix it in post. Yes, Overboard, hi to you. That's what everyone said. I literally watched a guy today that's supposed to be Superman fan showing the pictures of Henry Cavill on set, looking sharp as ever as he looked in the movie with the suit that is tight on his skeleton underneath. I mean, the muscle skeleton underneath, everything looks perfect. That is how everything. I mean, that is how each and every Superman costume was before. At least it was tight on the body. They didn't always have the under muscle thing. That is something from today's times, but it was always tight on the body. So it was never the case that the actor wear it to feel very nice, you know, and very loose, and then we're gonna like fix all the folds that look like like blown up basketball pole in post. Like, what is this? This is a joke. They're going to celebrate Superman's back instead of suit. Yeah, Superman's back SpongeBob thing. And hi to Unpopular Red. He says, woke. A political slang adjective derived from African American. Wow, what is this? Vernacular English AAVA originally meaning awareness to racial prejudice and discrimination. Yeah, well, woke should also mean, at least in today's time, something good, like you're awake, you're aware, but actually mean that you're asleep. Yeah, you're basically knocked, Jesus, knocked out, cold. Yeah, well, that's why I shouldn't be doing videos this time, but this is the only time that I could do. AMK, missed you. Hey, what's up? You look very nice. Did you see the debate? Very funny. Yes, MK, I did see the debate. It was very, very funny. Extremely funny to everyone that are not in America and probably in America as well. Jeffrey said, went to play at the game store near me. Still plenty of people playing the game. I don't know, seems like most of this drama is only really online. Well, it is online, but also, like we said, and me and Chainsword also discussed this on stream, if you haven't seen that already. He also observes that just more normies, because more people are from the normie side. They do not participate in this cultural war. I didn't either before, but it reached, the knife reached the bone, which is 40k in this case. So I had to do something, but I shouldn't have basically underestimated this, because it has grown a lot. So if normal people that are in stores that actually play this, and they're actually getting to be interested in what is happening, eventually at least, because if this reaches even them to some extent in some kind of a way that we can't even predict right now, this will be bad. They will realize that they should have gotten on this and say something, had a voice in this before it got a lot worse. So we can actually grow the amounts of people that are for the hobby to remain as it is and not be changed by nonsense and non-existing actual intelligent arguments, basically. And Popular said, sorry, it wasn't to undermine your point, just to prove that this woman was dumb and wasn't doing any of that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that in any case. So yeah, guys. So, it's really sad because she is doing great work at painting. It seems, at least from these pictures. But to actually support something that is against real equality, because usually woke people don't realize that that is against real equality, real diversity, and all of that. We already had that. If they didn't realize that we already had it, we already had diversity, we already had inclusivity before all of that happened. If they don't realize that this is a political push to manipulate people, then what is just so hard to explain or to prove anything to them? I mean, history proves it, but they will still be arrogant and speak to other people this way. And now it's like flexing about how much they know or what they have painted and how much they can watch other people from above and be like, you know nothing, Jon Snow. You know? So if they just try to be genuine to themselves and to others, posts like this won't happen. But probably she wanted to have the articles that she's complaining about here. She wanted to have the attention. But at least we do have to know that this is also possible to happen, that someone can actually try to troll us, to be a troll, literal troll, an orc, or an orc, on Twitter or whatever, wherever, and try to capture our attention and then say that we are fools or something. But I'm happy that I captured it. Before, I also made a video about how she wants orcs to be like DnD, but actually she didn't mean that, because obviously that's really I can see right through that. Okay, so before we move on to the next story, which I'm probably going to separate in another video, let me finish with your comments here. Rio says Warhammer had already some wokeness going on in certain ways in the game. In the game Darktide, the character creation is extremely woke. Also, the faces of the slaughtered test models are less appealing than before. Well, I have spent some time in Darktide. I actually streamed it a few times, but the game had a lot of problems, so I had to leave it. Kind of recently also played it, but recently was a few months ago. I have no idea what is happening now. So I have not noticed that, unless, except the ugliness of the characters. So I have noticed that. I'm not sure about that. You gotta give me a direct example of what exactly is woke in Darktide, because I can't really say, because I haven't noticed. I just pick a male character like I usually do, try to upgrade him and play the game. So yeah. Logan says, yes, we have to fight this before Warhammer 40k falls victim like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Doctor Who, and others. No time to underestimate what happens, it's time for action. Exactly, no time to be like, nah, I'm just gonna leave that, pay no heed to it, but then we get to be bitten, sorry, in the freaking butt. Okay, so we have this now, guys, talking about Warhammer and wokeness and all of those things. Warhammer 40k Space Marine developer cancels public beta test in order to focus on optimization and polishing. Okay, let's try to be objective here for a moment. Overboard says, I just found your channel today. I subscribed. Hope to catch you in the future streams. Stay awake, not woke. Thank you so much, Overboard. Thank you. Actually, was trying to, was going to ask if you found me through Gamza or anyone else, but if you just found me now, that's also cool. Actually, even better if you just found me, organically. Daniel says, as Ren says, they're just part of the money game. Yeah. Pretty much. Okay, let's see this. So, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 developers Saber Interactive and publisher Focus Entertainment canceled their public beta testing, claiming they will be focusing on optimization and polishing ahead of the game's September release. So, Focus Entertainment had previously announced the game would receive a beta test back in August 2023 when it revealed gameplay. Okay, but that was in August, and now it's almost 1 year after that, so I don't actually expect that things cannot change. I mean, they can change, but okay, we'll see. However, in a recent update on the game's Steam forums, Saber and Focus announced the beta test would no longer be happening. The company's announced Space Marine 2 is almost ready. We are now entirely focused on optimization, polish and fixing remaining issues ahead of launch on September 9. This means we will not run a public online beta, as it would take the developers' teams away from preparing for the full launch, and our priority is to ensure the best possible experience at release. Okay, while they will not be running the beta anymore, they did promise that individuals who sign up for it will now receive a bolt pistol skin. We know this is a disappointing news for some of you. As I thank you to those interested in participating players who registered via the online sign-up before June 28, 2024, midnight Paris time, will receive the limited bolt pistol skin below. That probably mean that I also received that. Anyway, their update concluded, we appreciate your understanding and continued support as we work towards delivering the exceptional game you deserve. Okay, so first of all, guys, it was a bit disappointing that the game was delayed, I think a few times. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me, of course. But then again, we always forget that this is a very small studio, and this doesn't seem to have, anything to do with wokeness this time. We know that one writer is like a trans something, but this is just about development time, and they're really small. They really are. They don't have a lot of resources, and this is like the first real AAA game that they're trying to launch. So it better be polished, and if it is polished, if it is a great game, this will be forgiven, for sure. I also want to play the game, but if they really cannot stretch themselves more, should we really be like, oh no, kill them right now, kind of like an attitude, Because we're not there, we're not working for the studio, we don't know what kind of a pressure they're under to actually keep the launch dates this time. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me read your comments. Was so excited for the beta. The cancellation also proves to not pre-order, that's for sure. Yeah, of course, as I always say, I'm also excited. Space Marine is like one of the most waited games in the best, the most anticipated 40k game ever, pretty much, by all accounts, because it's the first AAA modern game, third person, everything, all the bells and whistles game. So of course that this is disappointing, but I'm trying to understand how the developers feel, and they still had the guts to say it, just come out and make this and not be like, not gonna say anything, just gonna pretend that we never said that there's gonna be a beta, and just gonna launch the game as it is. You know, at least they went out and said it. Yeah, it's more the female options that are just bad, in my humble opinion. Ah, okay, Ryu, okay. In Dark Tide, yeah, well, you know, in Dark Tide, yeah. In general, you know, females in games these days, because they think that women cannot look attractive at all, they just make them ugly. But I think that it's more like because the world of Dark Tide is just so bad, no one has time to look good. And that's kind of like, you know, realistic to a point, but at least they can still make their faces look aesthetically well structured, you know, and still dirty and everything. So there's that. Daniel says, how about we just got more of the Sisters of Battle? Yeah, well, that's also good. That's always good. Mr. Mr. Tube says, was only delayed one time, as I can recall original release was winter 2023. Are you sure? Damn it, I kind of think it was 2 times, but you may be right, you may be right. Jeffrey says, did you see the behind the scenes? It made me feel much better about Space Marine 2. Yes, I saw it. I wanted to cover that. I still could tomorrow, but we'll see. I really like the actor that plays Captain Titus role, because I have watched him for years. I always forget his name. I'm sorry about sorry. I'm really not good with names. But yeah, role at least. I mean, I can't remember the names from TV shows, but you know, real names, that's another thing. So I just love him. He's a great actor, and he is so serious about this role. He sounds amazing as Captain Titus. He's like, he's just so great. Very manly talk. The way that Space Marine should be, manly. They seem to really be trying to stick to the recent lore with the tent. Yeah, hope so. Andre, hi to you. I'm very happy to see you. Jesus Christ, Gary, you look amazing today. Well, every day though. Hope all is great with everybody. Thank you. It's very late, but you know, I'm trying. It's also like 30 degrees here. Jesus, that's Celsius. Summer is never easy with me and having no air conditioning. Anyway, Rio says, yeah, that's what I mean. They don't need to have makeup, haha. Yeah, just, you know, good shape of the face, good features, you know. Ro, yeah. I know. I will learn his real name. I will. I mean, I said it several times. You know, I'm just scrolling through his Facebook like a few months ago. He had some Space Marine stuff there, and I'm like, yes, this guy, and then Ro. That's just like, it's easier to say, but I always respect actors when they're really in the role, they're so serious about it, and the motion capture look great. Really, guys, if you want me to cover that, because there's a lot to say, just let me know in the comments, okay? Yeah, you can do that right now or after the stream and just comment on the video, because I still can do that tomorrow. So yeah, my opinion on that, at least, guys, is that we shouldn't make such a huge deal of it, because it still could be for the better. I mean, it still could be for the better, and they can genuinely be very overly pressured to deliver this good game. I mean, hopefully it's a very good game. But here's what the article continues to say. The cancellation of the beta test come in the wake of the game being delayed to its current September 2024 release back in November. The game was originally supposed to be released in the winter of 2023, but was delayed to the second half of 2024, with Focus Entertainment explaining in the press release. The game is now poised to ship in the second half of 2024 to provide the time needed to properly polish the game and to ensure the best possible experience. Focus Entertainment is committed to releasing a game that is of the highest quality and that exceeds the expectations of the countless fans of the franchise. I really hope that it does exceed an expectation, because you know, I kind of doubt that from the standpoint of who I actually want to see in the game. Because if I do see Gilliman in this game, I'm gonna flip I mean in a good way. I'm just gonna be like, ah, Gilliman, and yeah. I I just want to see a Primarch brought to life. I mean, we did saw that in the 10th edition trailer, but that's just the trailer. If he just can walk and talk. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of hype. Yeah. Okay, so this is something, it's a massive red flag. This is what I don't like about articles like that. They're all the same. I mean, throughout all the sites that I have read so many articles, they're all the same, trying to be disingenuous in some kind of a way at the end. And this is coming like a massive red flag. I mean, big words like massive exodus, like Endymion likes to do, like massive exodus. If those words are totally on point about the particular situation, I would understand. But massive red flag, this is a total exaggeration here. It's not a massive, it's something that happens in development of games. It's when you count the facts, yes, it's a small studio. Yes, they're developing this for years, but they have their own freaking engine. And it's a massive undertaking that they actually never undertook before. So if you count all the things that are facts, and the fact that they did have to work more on the game, now removing the beta is not crazy like wild idea. Yeah, it sucks for everyone. It sucks for me, but it's understandable. So why not be like, this is understandable since no. Trying to be a bit more like, leveled at least. Not saying to be like completely supportive to the studio, but it's very easy to look at things from a higher horse and not have any sympathy or understanding on just like look at the facts as they are. Maybe trying to not immediately say big words to sound in the ways that this is totally wrong and how can they do this and all of that. I mean, like, be a bit more like honest, I guess, of some sort. So yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to say. I mean, I also like Endymion and other channels like that, but really, they just sometimes give ammunition to Kaya here, because then she's gonna post, like she did, articles about how Endymion says, Twitter post about how Endymion said that there's max exodus, and then there's nothing. There's actually nothing, It's ridiculous. You're gonna stream the game on release? Yes, I shall. I shall do that for sure. You can count on me to stream Space Marine, that's for sure. It's gonna be my priority then. Mark Stonk? Yes, a brilliant actor. Mark Stonk. Okay. Gotta check if that was his name later, Quinn, but I trust you. Where's our friend Logan at? What are you guys gonna review next? When here he is in the chat, at least. Andrew says, hello my friend, you guys should do a street vlog talking about nerd stuff, it'd be cool. Well, yeah. Oh, I have an idea. So, Logan and I can try to go at least at one, because there's like two, I think around two shops that were pointed out to me by another Bulgarian on Instagram. He said that there are actually two shops in Sofia where we can go and visit if they are allowing us to film there, which we gotta ask. But those two shops are basically trying to be hobby shops, kind of like the GW stores are. So that's like the closest thing that we have here, it turned out. And we can actually visit that and film that as a geeky video. So how about that? We can also visit maybe other geeky things in Sofia, but yeah, I think that's a very good idea. Logan, tell me what you think. Okay. Jeffrey says, I'm going to remain optimistic. May the Emperor protect. Yes, may the Emperor protect. By the way, it's great you guys keep fighting the good fight. We must protect the art of storytelling and overall ability. Yeah, of course. Oops, strong. I need to buy an R. What? Okay, strong because strong. That's kind of sound weird. Yeah. There will be nerdy stuff as always. Yes. That'd be cool. Take us on a walk through the city and the stories. Yeah, we can totally do that. Yeah, we can totally do that. But yeah, it's pretty close, so grab the camera. Well, it's not pretty close, but yeah, we can do that. Subway is a thing now, at least in Bulgaria, so we can do that. I think the actor this time is Clive Standen. Mark was the first game. Oh yes, Jeffrey, Quinn. Pretty, I, I was gonna say, please not pretty. Check. Because now that Jeffrey said the name, I actually remember that that's his actual name, Clive Standen. Yes, Jesus. Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that if we at least like call the shops and say, hey, can we film there? Because I don't want to be imposing with the camera. I mean, with the phone, and be like, can we film here? We just, vloggers, annoying YouTubers. I just don't want to do that. I mean, our Bulgarian culture of vloggers is annoying as it is. I don't want to be like that. I stand corrected. Yes, Gwen. And of course, don't forget to bring a baby Goldie. No Goldie, no Sunny. They're going to kick us out from the shop with two doggies, especially Goldie, who's going to bark at absolutely everyone because he's a Pomeranian king. He's like, ugh, I'm a Pomeranian. Very, very dangerous. Very small, very fluffy, and very, very dangerous. Okay. Yeah, definitely go ahead of time. So guys, it is midnight at 23 minutes and think it's time for me to head to bed so I can somehow be here tomorrow again. So yeah guys, if you want me to cover the Space Marine behind the scenes video, let me know. And I'm going to try to cover everything that I can this upcoming week as well. He's a golden king, haha, yes. The Amp. I'm also Goldie. Yes. Yeah. Okay, guys. So have a good evening. If you'd like to support me, the links are down below. For those of you that don't know, because new people don't know, I'm actually coaching, which means, well, whatever I basically wrote, it is fitness, health, nutrition, intimate relationships coaching, basically sex education, but on a very intelligent scale, so to speak, my own fitness updates that are tastefully done. I do all of that at OnlyFans just because it is a site that allows me to upload exclusive content and not be Slaaneshi, just tastefully done content that is for teaching, for helping, and for some really informational videos that can help your personal life and your fitness goals, all of those things that have to do with personal improvement basically. So I have to use this site because it's just very well done also for just normal content as well. As long as I can talk freely about those things and not be flagged by YouTube. If there's another thing to make an exclusive content on other sites, I would. But so far I have not found a site that can do the same thing, so that's why I have to be there and explain myself every time. But that's how it is. But it is also a good site if you just want to teach someone something and be useful. So there's that. Guys. Have a good night. Sleep well. And okay, Mr. Mr. Tube. MewTube says cover it. Thank you, but everyone else just also tell me what you think. At least Pride Month is over at midnight. Yes, actually it's over here in Bulgaria right now. So yes, no Pride Month, just femininity like it is supposed to be with a lot of aesthetic cleanness and muscles. Just normal femininity with muscles and manly men and all those things. And all the based gay people that are awesome and they just want to have a good private lives. Kudos to them. So, love you guys. Bye bye. With me, the 40k Empress. Bye.